Hello and welcome to the Big Chat, coming to you live. I am King Biscuit from my studio apartment in, I don't know, I'm not in the studio apartment. I'm hiding in the deep south. What a show. It was such a show. My hair is a mess. Yeah, so yeah, I pulled my hair out on this show and last show. So let's talk about it. I've got my fellow co-hosts here. I have Miss Amanda and Miss Cheyenne in no particular order. Hello, ladies. How are you all?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Want to make sure I don't make sure one of you thinks that I'm bullying you or anything. So,
well, don't be such a twit about it.
Yeah.
Hey, watch it. Hey, I need to ask somebody to look up the legal definition of twit. I need to know what the definition of twit is because we've used it all of our life. I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, it's bad. You probably shouldn't call somebody that. I agree, but especially if they tell you not to call you that. I mean, that kind of is an unspoken.
It's a silly or foolish person.
Well, it's not that bad.
Not
if she
really.
called her a twat, that would have been different. But
right?
A lot different.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's what I would have called her, but
I think I can identify as a twit.
Granted, I probably would have called her something starts with a C, but
well, we got what we wanted. We got week 2 of a surprise, a blindside, and we got week 2 of Crazy Karen is in the house. So this is the Big Brother we've waited for years. So thank you, CBS. But I'm going to scold you at the same time, CBS. So
no, go ahead, scold them, light their ass on fire.
No, I mean, I know the production assistants watch us. I know the PAs watch us. They didn't do Angela any service at all. In fact, they did her a disservice.
Yeah, they kind of did her dirty.
There's 2 types of fans of Big Brother. There's those that watch our shows, watch the live feeds, and those are the diehard fans. And we know, it's like when you watch a show, we already know the ending of it. You know, who's got the veto, who's the HOH, blah, blah, blah. So it's like we're already at the end of the chapter. Well, the other fans, which I was originally a part of, just watch the show. So they're only given the picture that CBS allows them, kind of like our media in general. We only get what they allow us. So they cut the feeds every time there was anything to do with Angela or anyone talking about Angela after they showed the comment where she said that group and pointed to the hammock. Now,
so
with that being said,
they did like the deeper fans dirty, really.
Oh, they did us dirty too. Yeah. Because I mean, I understand that you want to make good TV. Got it. Check. You want ratings. Understand. All the time. Get it. But on the same hand, we're paying you. And you're cutting off what we want to see.
Well, because I feel like it, like, even though, I mean, I know the situation of what happened, I haven't watched yet. I wasn't watching the live feeds when that happened. But they made her look bad on the back end to the people that watch the live feeds. I feel like to the regular viewer who is solely watching just what's on Paramount or live there, I feel like she looked fine. But in that sense, they did the deeper fans more dirty.
Yeah, they cleared it up really quickly on TV.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they wanted.
I think they wanted the social media gossip to go.
Yes, they wanted us, and all the podcasters. I watch all the others. Yes, Taryn, I watch you too. We were all confused as to, is she really a racist and CBS is cutting it because they don't want us to see it, and they don't want to have to kick somebody out of the house like they've done in the past seasons? Are they just recording it for good TV? What is it? And she was a tortured soul this week. If you watch the live feeds, she stayed to herself, and she
was talking to herself.
Lord, she was eating an avocado, praying, and
with not even with anything on it, and it still had the pit in it.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Do you microwave it? What do you? I don't know.
No, even if you're gonna eat it like that, you take the pit out, maybe put some
and
salt and
slice
pepper
it.
or some salsa
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I eat it in guac, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, they did her a disservice. They did us a disservice as the live viewers, the ones that pay you money, CBS, and us that do things for free, like go out and talk about your show and help promote it and get more viewers for you. You did us a disservice. So CBS, I'll scold you too. Now, Angela didn't get off 100% scot-free, in my opinion, because she's such an emotional person. She let it boil up immediately.
I feel like she handled it better than she did the Matt situation, though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She should have heard T-Core out, because T-Core had a valid point.
Yeah.
That when you spot somebody and you go, hey, that group or whatever, and you're speaking specifically about a group of persons of color,
well,
they are entitled to feel that way.
If you don't specify to the person that you're talking to of,
well,
I want to be part of that group.
Yes, she never said that.
Well, she did while she was standing or leaning over the bar to herself. And then when she turned, she was passing Quinn, and she just said the few words. I think I got it on video.
It was outside.
Yeah, on the hammocks. That's the group.
Look at the hammock.
Yeah. And she says, like, in the diary room, I'm good with all those people, and who wouldn't want Cam on their side because he's got a bunch of muscles. Those are the people that I want on my side. Whereas Quinn immediately took it as she was saying, those are the ones to look out for. They're a threat.
But did he? Did he? Did he?
I don't
think he embellished on that.
I was fully scheming. I was being a nefarious guy.
No, he did say right after that.
I was fully scheming. I was being a nefarious guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he?
He did flat out say that he took it as, like, right after it played her talking about what she meant, it goes over to him talking about how he took it. And he does flat out say, oh, these are the ones to watch out for.
Yeah. And then we got into the game of the elementary school telephone.
Yeah.
Telephone, tell a friend, tell a fireman. By the time you get to that, it's much bigger than it really is.
It was almost cringy sitting here watch. Like, these are adults.
But that's real life. That's what I love about this show. It's real life. It happens in my chat with my group of misfits. You know, it is just, sometimes it is what it is. But Chelsie was really quick to nip it in the bud. I think she was the only one the light bulb went on that it could have been racist, because I don't think Cedric did. I don't think T-Core did. I think T-Core wanted to point out that it could be that way and that she didn't want her to get that, and she should have listened to her, and that would have probably stopped it right there.
And I almost don't think that Chelsie thought it was her being racist.
I think she saw it before the others.
Yeah.
And I think Chelsie is the oldest.
But I feel like also with kind of how T-Core is, she might have noticed it too.
Yeah, and I think that's why she said something to her. But she didn't present it to Cedric as, hey, that white woman out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I think props to Chelsie. Was like, even if it was just for her alliance, we're gonna nip this in the bud. So props to her. 100% props to her. You know, call it out when you see something. We all make mistakes. I'll give you that, but call it out when you see something. So, but yeah,
shall we dive in?
Sure, let's do it. I got videos too that I'll figure out along the way. So,
okay. So
first off, you can help me figure out this picture that I found here. I figure Amanda will be the one for this one. So,
okay.
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta open the window first. Dumb. All right, let's move it over here now so I can see you guys. I don't understand this picture, so you can maybe Amanda can help me with it. This is the alliances.
Oh,
Oh wow.
This is thanks
see
to a lady on Twitter I'm sorry, a person on Twitter. I do not know if it's a male or female that does this. And
I feel like that's very accurate.
It is.
Because of how confusing it is, because even I was thinking while the whole Quinn thing was going on, I'm like, how is this dude keeping up with all this? Because I'd
Yes.
screw up the first
Well, you heard,
week.
you heard
Yeah,
him
like,
say, what's the name of our group?
Yeah.
Right? Yes. It's like I feel terrible. I can't remember. Have you all noticed how Rubina is just in
She's
La
just
La Land?
chilling.
She is out there. She's not really
I love
a
it.
part of
Her
anything really.
and Brooklyn. Well, I mean, Brooklyn is part of things, but I mean, they're very just like, we're staying incognito.
That's what I'm
Yep.
about to push. Also, Joseif,
Mhm.
he's under the radar.
Yeah.
Cedric's under the radar.
But I feel like if anybody is, though, it's Rubina. Because
Yeah.
she's not out in the middle of any, you barely see her up on the camera talking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's so not a part of things that she wasn't even hardly seen on TV.
No, it wasn't until the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got to share this picture too. It has nothing to do with the show, but it's just so yeah. Yeah, Rubina and my boy Joseif. Was it just me or did he look high when he voted?
He did.
Well, no, when he popped up there to talk to Julie, it was like he was about to be like,
I can't unsee it.
Smolder. He was like,
yeah, and it's going to be Kenney tied to that bed with his ankles broken.
oh my gosh.
I can't unsee it. Thank you, Twitter. I love you, Twitter. But I can't unsee it now. It's so funny. It's so true. I love Twitter. Gotta love Twitter. Sorry. Just indulge me, Just indulge me.
It's pretty accurate. So we start off episode 7. So we're revisiting Chelsea's picks from the end of last week for nomination, which are Kenney, Lisa, and Angela. And Angela is quick to acknowledge that, yeah, I know I went pretty crazy. Oh, God. Take the pit out. Take the pit out. It looks like
By the way,
she looks like a baby that somebody has stuck weird baby food in its mouth.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, by the way, I forgot. Our viewers at home, please call in with your opinions. 1-888-88-YERGZ. So go ahead, carry on. I'm just going to play over here.
So MJ feels like her and Chelsea's trust has grown because she wasn't chosen.
Steven.
All right. Then we see the alliance of which Quinn can't remember, which is the Andersons. Which is Quinn,
I had
Tucker.
forgotten about it too.
That was the first time that I had seen anything on it.
It was way back at the beginning.
But I wonder where that name came from. But it's Quinn, Tucker, Chemo, and Cam. And this was the part that I was like referring to a little bit ago of I don't know how he keeps his shit straight. Where I about said Twacker because I was looking at Quinn and Tucker at the same time. Quinn says that he's in the Big Brother trenches forming alliances. I don't know how the dude does it. I mean, I'd have to be like writing crap on my hand, like, no, it's fine.
Agreed.
And it would look like the picture
with
Glenn showed us.
yeah.
And she
And then I'd sweat and accidentally, and it's all over my forehead.
write it in glitter. So
Yeah. And then we see the Visionaries, which is Quinn, T-Core, and Chemo, which Quinn says that that's the only alliance that he is 100% with, which at this point,
well,
who knows with him?
the only thing I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think he told Chemo his power. So if
Not in
that's
the
case,
episodes, he didn't.
no,
He
I
might have
think
been the live, but
and I'm pretty sure he did. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure he did because Chemo said something to Tucker, and Tucker's like, no, Quinn doesn't have a power. And so, but we'll get to it, but not Tucker. So yeah, that's my boy.
It's just our sweet summer child.
him and Angela are the reasons I watch this show.
He's just so precious and so stupid at the same time.
Yes,
Like
yes.
No.
I can foresee him having a career after this. I really can.
So then Lisa goes to remind Chelsie how good of a player that she's apparently been this whole time. Oh yeah, you win the power of veto the first time, and you're such a great player apparently.
Yeah.
And she foolishly believes Chelsie when Chelsie flat out tells her that she's not the target. And Chelsea's just eating is like, and she's like, "Am I the target?" And Chelsea's like, "No,
you're good. You're good."
So then we get into this week's foolishness of Cam, Chelsie, Cedric, and T-Core are just out having a good time out back while Cam's laying on the hammock, and Chelsie makes it a point to say that she doesn't want everyone thinking that it's going to be another cookout alliance. But that's how I feel about you, Kenney.
That's pretty much what the week was for the fans.
Yeah. And they really weren't T-Core was honest when she said they really weren't talking game. The only thing was they said was that they had each other's back. They were just
chilling
out.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
So then I love that it just kind of zooms back a little bit more and you just see Angela leaning on the counter there watching them. And so she makes her way into the other room and tells Quinn to go check out the hammock. Because her thought was that those are all people she's good with. And it shows the clip from last week of, I think it was Cedric and Chelsie were in there, and she says, "I'm good with you, and T." And she makes the point of saying, and who wouldn't want Cam as part of their group because of all of his muscles. And in Chelsea's words of the beginning, God spend a little bit more time on him. But Quinn takes that as her saying that those are the ones that they need to be on the lookout for. And Quinn's problem is that he is in alliances with all of them. Don't know how that's such a problem for him since he's in a fucking alliance with everybody. Several of them. So and I love the part of what he said here is that, you know, he doesn't want Angela to be a part of it because Angela is an alliance destroyer, where she was the one that
And I'm not.
she was the one that started the, what was the first big one, the collective.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of yourself. But Angela is an alliance destroyer, and Quinn says that his alliances are like Tokyo and Angela is Godzilla.
I love that.
So he feels that he needs to let them know. So him, Chemo, and Joseph are outside at the hot tub, and T-Core comes out and he tells her what's going on. And T-Core says that they weren't really talking game, but they were just hanging out. But she doesn't want Angela to get it in her head that it's a thing because she'll blow it up. And she ends up telling Cedric that she's worried about that. So then we go into Chelsie picking the players who will play in the veto competition. She hopes that her Pentagon Alliance people are picked so that it keeps her vote for really wanting Lisa out. Make sure she goes out. So Brooke and Joseph are picked, and their veto game is Code Tower, where they claimed that those were ones and zeros, but those were freaking circles and squares, man.
Yes. It's like, where are they getting the ones from?
I did not get that. It
No,
didn't make any sense to me. I was like,
no. But they had to build it tall enough to where the laser would hit, because the whole thing was that they had to recode Ainsley, and when the laser hit the tower, it would recode everything in AI blah blah mumbo jumbo.
Angela killed me on that, though. She was like, I don't know anything about coding. I was like, this isn't coding.
If I could just call my son.
Yes.
I was wondering if Mackenzie had been in that, since she's a building engineer.
And
She
right.
was
She didn't. They didn't like pan over to her for her to say anything either.
Yeah. But Kenney figured it out pretty quick. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have, but Kenney did.
And it was funny. I think that was the longest that I had watched something without pausing it to write anything down.
Well, they even said in the house on the live feeds that was a long veto contest.
I believe
bet.
it.
Yeah.
But so the last thing I wrote was that Brooke wants to win. She says she wants to win to help Chelsie with the Pentagon so that they can take down Lisa. And then it's just like, okay, okay, they all fell. Mm-hmm. Yep, they're getting. Oh, they fell again. All right. So then my next note was,
I don't know what he was thinking. He was like making T's and I's and like, what the hell are you doing?
Like, that's never going to stand.
my
games. Okay.
my
Or
next
video games or videos.
my next note was, everyone was sucking majorly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes,
then eventually Kenney wins. And he says that he's taking himself off, but Lord only knows what Kenney is going to decide, because Kenney only wants to say when Kenny's winning. And Chelsie said that she's really
I have an
happy.
opinion on that, but we'll get to it. So.
So Chelsie says that she's happy for him, but she's stressed because she's worried it's going to affect her plan to get Lisa out. So then she has to pick who will go in Kenney's place. So then it goes to, I'm trying to think of the correct order without looking back here. So it went Angela to Quinn about the other group, Quinn
and I'm not
to
trying to.
Wow, I'm hurt. I'm hurt from that too. That's a horrible thing to say.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
So it goes from Quinn to T-Core, then T-Core to Cedric. Now we're from Cedric to Chelsie about what Angela said. And Chelsea's not having it because of everything, all the crap that Angela stirred up tanked Matt's game. So she's like, I'm not going to have the same shit happen while I'm HOH, so I'm going to call her ass out. Which I was honestly hoping it was going to be a big, like, right in the kitchen again, just, hey, you talking shit?
But I would never, ever do that. It was not.
It's funny, he's just like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I love how he's so gentle and he just holds her. It's like, it's okay.
For the youngest one in the house.
He has such a soft heart. Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was, I'm going to assume Chelsie told Angela to come up into the HOH room, but she was like, I heard through the grapevine, blah, 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 blah. And Angela was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't say it like that. I didn't say to watch out for them. But she puts a lot of emphasis that Quinn was the only one she told that to. Yep. And Chelsie was like, well, I didn't hear it from him, which then pisses Angela off even more.
Here we go. Yep.
And so Angela is like, all right, well, then he told someone else. And she then goes into explaining to Chelsie, look, I was saying that it was a group I wanted to work with. There was no malice. That's what it was. Chelsea's like, all right, cool. We squashed it. We're good. But I love that Angela tells her that she shouldn't go around saying it because it then puts a target on her back. And she is just super angry and upset that and hurt that Quinn has betrayed her trust. And she goes outside and says that he's talking with Lisa, Rabina, and I think Leah was sitting on the other side. And she asks to speak to him alone. And they start going inside. And this will be the only time probably that you will hear me defend Lisa. But as she's walking inside, she tells Lisa to wipe that stupid smirk off of her face.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I looked at her face there at the last bit. And I was like, okay, hold on. Rewind a minute. And I was like, she did not have a smirk on her face. She was just kind of like,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, that time she did not have a smirk on her face. No, that time. So
and Rabina and Leah start laughing, and it was just funny because Leah leans her head back to look over, and it's just like, so. Angela brings Quinn into the bathroom, and she's like, I'm not going to be mad at you if you're honest with me. Nope, I am going to be mad. Just tell me who did you tell?
Yes.
And if you notice, right at the end, as her and Quinn are walking inside, T-Core gets up to follow after. So she is right there listening at the door.
Because she knew what was going down, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because Angela can't just be like, hey, can we talk alone for just a sec?
No, Angela's like,
People think
I
I'm
need to speak to you
controversial.
alone.
The truth is,
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy.
she's a nice guy.
Yeah. So he lies and tells her that he told T-Core that he needed, or that she needed to check in with Angela to make sure everything was good. Not true. And so T-Core kind of comes in for backup, and Angela just starts losing her shit in the bathroom, telling Quinn that it broke her heart and that it would have been in her best interest, because clearly he's thinking about that, in her best
Absolutely.
interest not to say shit.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
then
Makes
so
perfect sense.
So then T-Core, being the nice, mature person that she is like, well, hold on, let's just clarify what all happened here.
And I got to give her credit. I didn't think she
Yes.
was, I thought as young as she was, even though she runs her own business and things, she's so quiet. It sneaks past you.
Yes.
So I never, she's deeper than I thought she is or was. Whatever.
I don't know. And there's a different level to, she grew up for a good period of time in London too.
True.
A lot of the way that they do shit is not the way that we do shit, and I find a lot of their stuff can be a lot more mature than us. So I was kind of like, I'm gonna say that's the good European
London
raising
upbringing.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the maturity level that?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said earlier, I don't think Cedric grasped it at all.
Mm-mm.
And
Well, I think she kind of blindsided him too. So
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of like, I'm just here, but
so he pretty much is.
yeah. So Quinn tells her he took what she said as it was a group that he needed to be nervous about, or they needed to be nervous about. And just the faces that she's making at him the whole time of like, she can't keep her mouth shut.
Yeah.
And like everything that he's saying is total BS, which part of it, part of it, okay, maybe he just took it wrong because of what she had just done the previous week.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
she doesn't
But she
believe him.
really has no right to be mad because she's ready to throw Quinn under the bus at any moment.
I think she became very quick to throw him under the bus after she felt like he threw her under the bus. Or
Yeah.
made her look bad.
Because she had already told,
remember,
like, Kenney.
she's safe now. So his head's on the plate now.
Yeah.
Yep.
She flat out said that.
Yep.
That's, to me, that's got to be an idle threat. Well, I mean, because she knows he can take over.
Hey, well, she's got to watch about making threats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what happened last time? Angela.
She's what we've wanted for so long.
She's ready to
So-
tell everybody about Quinn and his power.
And you can see her fighting with it too, of like, I shouldn't, but I really want to as an FU.
Yes.
So T-Core very calmly explains to her that a blanket statement like that about people of color in other seasons has not gone over well, and Angela just won't let her finish speaking and just loses her shit, telling her not to say that kind of stuff. And say things like that, and like she was making assumptions about her, which she wasn't. T-Core was just saying, hey, you got to watch saying that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And T-Core tries twice before fully walking away, because at one point she's like, no, okay, I've had it. No,
Yeah, I've had
listen.
enough.
And tries to explain it to her again, but she finally is just like, and that's the first time that you've seen anything like that out of T-Core, because she's been very quiet and just her
To herself.
Yeah, and I feel like she has looked at everything very reasonably, and this is the first time she was like, nah, peace, I'm out. I'm not dealing with it.
Yeah, and I think that I think you may be right about that's part of her upbringing, because she was just like, I'm the better person in the room. I'm
gonna walk
away.
out. Yeah.
Right.
So
I tried. I gave her 2 chances. She's not gonna let me talk. I'm just gonna walk out. So Quinn then goes that lovely little clip of Quinn that, well, he could be telling 2 things at once. You know, he was technically telling T-Core that she needed to go make sure that things were smoothed out with Angela, but he was also very much scheming.
Yes, very much so.
Which was very disappointing to me, because I really liked Quinn. But I mean, as a super fan, I mean, I guess he's gotta play the game. And as she is walking out and he's walking after her, she says that he turned it into a whole thing that it wasn't.
It shouldn't have been, yeah.
And then that's when she just immediately comes out, and I mean, at one point later on, she says how paper thin the walls are there, that she could hear everything that was going on in another room of what was happening. So I can only assume, with how loud and crazy she was crying, that right on the other side of the wall in the kitchen, they could probably hear her. Now, whether he was actively honed in paying attention, I don't know. But she walks out in like beelines for him, and is just grabbing his shoulders and is saying that she's it's not a race thing. It's never been that. And he's just like, I don't think you're racist. And she's just getting super emotional about it, about how, which I partially get, but not to the degree of which she's reacting to it. It could have simply been, you misconstrued what I said, and I did not elaborate as much as I should have. It's not a race thing. XYZ group I want to work with. Okay, we've squashed it. You misinterpreted what I said. Maybe you shouldn't go telling everybody, and you should have clarified with me first. But you're a scheming little shit, so
That's really good.
So Cedric is just being a beautiful human and is hugging her, trying to calm her down. And at that point, Tucker decides to offer himself up in Kenney's place.
It was the easy thing to do.
Yeah. So then I guess after a night's sleep or whatever, or no, it had to have been later on that day. She was wearing the same thing. Angela had calmed down and realized that she overreacted. So she pulls T-Core to the side, and she's like, look, I overreacted. I didn't let you explain yourself, and I'm sorry. Let's fix things. Yeah. We're good.
Well, one thing she said from the very beginning, like when it first came out, was she was like, no, wait a minute, roll the tape back, because she knew what she'd said. So, and there was proof. So
when she was walking through the kitchen, she was just like, roll it back.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the same kind of a very similar thing that she said to Matt of, well, when you watch this back.
Yes.
We'll see. Yeah.
But T-Core genuinely appreciated her apology, and she forgives her. All is good. So,
How old T4 is? Sorry. I'm gonna look real quick. I got it
I
here somewhere.
don't know if I wrote that down or not.
I had it on my first sheet. Let's see.
I got it here somewhere.
No,
But she's very.
I don't have it written down. I have stuff
23.
written down about her.
She's 23.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's older than Mackenzie. I didn't realize that.
Isn't Mackenzie 22?
22. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cedric is 21. He's the baby.
So, I love that MJ has now nicknamed Tucker Tuck Tuck.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, they're all sitting in the bathroom, and he's in the shower, and she says something like, "Well, Tuck Tuck, what are you thinking?" And he flat out tells her that he's suspicious of her, and calls her out and is like, "I'm pretty sure that you're one of them."
Yeah.
And she's like,
I'm with the CIA. I know.
And he's like, I can see the smirk. I know what you're doing here.
She definitely gave it away. Even if you weren't trained by the CIA, you know at this point.
Yeah. And so she pulls him into the stockroom later and says she's not gonna deny it, but that she doesn't have, I think what she said, like 2 votes.
Yeah.
What she has would save her.
Yeah, he was saying you've got double votes.
Yeah.
4 weeks or something like
and it's so funny with him because, you know, they have that conversation in there and it pans over to him and he's like, she was stupid for saying it. She should have just denied it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't figure him out with his superpowers, his train of thought.
So, at least he knows it's not Lisa now.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait to watch the food.
He's probably still suspicious.
Well, he's probably she's in battle back. She's going to come back to the show. She's got a superpower. She'll be back in 3 weeks. So,
then Tucker and Chelsie go to talk, and he was saying, you know, he is still open for being up in Kenney's spot, but she might want to think about putting Mackenzie up because they both know Mackenzie has a power, so that way it would get it out of the way. But again, Chelsea's thought is, what's going to leave her with less blood on her hands? Because if she puts Chelsie up, Chelsie uses her power that keeps Chelsie in the game, or I'm sorry, back that up.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep MJ. It's gonna keep MJ in the game, and then MJ is gonna be after Chelsie the next week.
Yeah, because no one's going to vote MJ off.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody's for Lisa, so she would have stayed.
Yeah.
So then it's time for the veto meeting, and who knows? Kenny might have changed his mind by then. Nope, of course not.
You know, I had a thought about it. He just turns around and looks at the first person near him and goes, "Here, cheers."
The only time he would have kept himself up there is Matt, if Matt was still in. So Chelsie puts Tucker in his place, and he still thinks it was a stupid decision because he thinks the power needs to be put out there and revealed, but he still wants Lisa gone.
Agreed. Now, he thinks she has a power, but he wants to go on the block knowing she has a possible power with double votes or can eliminate a vote or whatever it is he's construed. Why does he still want to be on the block? Why do you want to be on a block with power out there? Because you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It could be something like no votes, nobody gets to vote, and I point my finger and lightning strikes you and you're out. Who knows? So why risk it? But
But
biscuit.
she puts him up there, but she makes it very clearly known to everybody that he's not a target. And it's where she goes into saying, she decides not to put up MJ because she doesn't want the blood on her hands, and it would just be easier if she knows that Tucker can win, and that still goes along with her. She says later on she likes to make a plan and stick with it.
Yes.
And she's sticking with her plan to get Lisa out.
Which Lisa does not see at all.
And I love Lisa's quote was, "Her vibes are giving winner."
Yeah. No, I got some
Apparently her vibes were off.
Yeah.
And then we
mojo did not work.
We we end that episode with Angela saying, if she makes it through this, she's gunning for Quinn. Deservedly at this point, I think.
I have, yeah, absolutely. So,
but that was a very good drama-filled episode, I felt like.
Oh, it was a great drama-filled episode.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're here for. That's what we watch the feeds for. That's what we do everything for. So,
the way Tucker put that puzzle together, the other two hadn't done hardly anything by the time he finished it. Mm-hmm. So he has a really good chance of going far in this. Like, maybe you all should try to get him out of there. I love it. Her mocking her walk.
So wrong. So wrong on so many levels.
I was dying laughing.
That brings us into tonight's episode, where Tucker is saying he's still all the target still needs to stay on Lisa, but Angela knows that she's got a big target on her now. And I think it pisses Tucker off a little bit because they're kind of all in there chatting, and Lisa's just like, well, all the powers are still in play.
You never know what'll happen.
And of course, Tucker, on that like a hound dog, is sure that one of them is Lisa. So they're up there talking, and he's just like, I fucking know it's you.
Yep.
And he confronts her, and he's like, I know you have a power, and I know you voted for Matt. And
you're with the CIA, I know it. Or I'm with the CIA.
And she's like, well, I didn't vote for Matt, and I don't have the power. And so then he goes into all this that he's studied.
So where are you at?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I think I'm on your game.
Mm-hmm.
I do know you voted for Matt. I do know you have a power up, so let's talk.
Tucker, seriously?
Yeah.
None of that is true.
Well, then I already know you're lying.
But I am telling you
No,
the
you're
truth.
not. You voted for Matt and you have the
I
power
did
up.
not vote for Matt, and I do have the power up.
Although I am lying about voting Matt out of the house, I am not lying about having an upgrade. I do not know where that theory came from.
I don't believe you.
Oh my God, you're really overanalyzing.
I've studied human behavior and
I love this part.
for over 10 years.
I studied sociology and I know people.
That's cool. I've studied what the CIA to go undercover.
Oh!
I know how people cover things up. I know how to read people's body movements. You know a lot more about that than I think you do.
Probably. That's great.
Look at how tense you are.
She's like, what the fuck?
So do I. So do I. But when it comes to serious stuff, I'm relaxed.
Okay.
I'm convinced Lisa is lying. I'm not positive on what this power up could be, but gonna let the whole house know she's got it.
With his little fucking party hat on top
I
of his
can't.
hat.
I can't wait to see the what you call it, DRs this week. The diary room.
He can't go undercover now because everyone knows.
Everyone, the whole world knows. It's terrible.
So Tucker goes and tells Chelsie about Lisa, where she's flaunting around her whole like, well, there's still power-ups in play. And Joseph says, well, you know, everybody wants Lisa gone, and that starts to concern Quinn. And just, it's like she's trying to stick her foot in the water of opening things up. She starts, Angela starts going to Tucker and is like, well, and keeps telling her that she needs to chill out, but she's like, well, I think one of the powers Quinn has, and he's just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah,
no.
I just
no.
I know who's got it.
So
It's Lisa, I work for the CIA, I tell you.
So she flat out says that she's going to use that knowledge that she has against Quinn as leverage. And Tucker just keeps like telling her, you need to let it go. You need to chill out. So he then goes and tells Lisa, Joseph, and Rubina that she is just absolutely spiraling at this point. And Joseph says she's just making it so easy for everyone to want her to leave. And they're all kind of being buddy there, and Tucker's just like, I've just got to let Lisa think that I'm on her side, but I'm still want her out.
Only room for one chef in that house.
Then Angela decides that she's gonna start bullying Lisa. In mocking her and or whatever,
Calling her
and
twit.
then goes out of the bathroom calling her a twit. And Lisa does like the worst job of confronting it I've ever seen.
Yes.
And
would this be what is described as a safe space? Asking for a friend.
Well, I mean, she doesn't have a walk-in freezer to go cry in, so.
No, I think she just found the quickest corner she could crawl down in.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, so, and it just reminded me. So it had all started because in the little stock room there, everybody was getting their trash bags of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And
glad you said that.
Angela,
I think I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Clothes! We have clothes!
If there is a bag with my name, would you bring it in here?
Yeah.
Tucker!
Oh, yes, a big
It's
bag.
a very big bag!
Yes!
Whoa! It is
love him.
Tucker, you have more than boxers! Tucker, you have more than boxers! Oh, just kidding! You were too late! I did it!
and it's very clearly not his.
I don't really care. You're welcome. I'm sure you do, you little twit. Excuse me?
Uh-oh. What did you just say?
Do not call me that. You're a twit.
You're a
Excuse me,
twit.
that is very rude. Please stop bullying me. I'm not bullying you. Unnecessary and really I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully. Don't call me a bully, Lisa.
Twit,
Don't
twit,
call me a
twit.
twit. Well,
Twit.
you are.
Well,
So
you
high school.
are. I love it.
So you're not a bully if it's true, right?
Yeah.
See, that would have been my retort. Stop bullying if it's true.
Oh, I have one?
And there we are.
In the corner we go.
What just
It's
happened?
like a baby finding a corner to poop in.
I don't understand this. I could be wrong, but
Hey,
I mean, I don't like to see anybody hurting, but
we just
at
didn't
the
have a
same
conversation
time,
I heard earlier, so please don't hate me.
Maybe there's better.
you gotta be a little
Please
more
don't hate
aggressive.
me.
Say.
This is Big Brother. And I'm so
Kimo was right. There could be better ways to say.
out, and then she goes, "You're such a twit." Oh. And then I said, "Please stop bullying me." And then she says, "I'm not a bully. You're a twit." What is a twit? Like a no brain type thing, I think.
I didn't even
whatever.
know.
It's derogatory and rude. I am magical, and I am a goddess, and I am great, and I
I
know
am
that.
magical.
And she's not
Like
shaking
pumping
that.
herself up.
Is there any way on God's green earth we can get rid of both Angela and Lisa?
Yes.
And
I'm on
I
that team.
I poop Lucky Charms and rainbows.
I am a goddess. What the actual hell?
I am magical.
Oh, this is a season we've waited for so long.
They're just giving me so many good ideas for shirts, really, or bumper
Yeah.
stickers I can make.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I'll make us all matching tie-dye ones that just
I'm
say,
not a twit.
I'm magical. I'm not,
Yeah.
and then it'll say I'm magical on the front, and
No,
on the back
no,
it'll
no.
say I'm not a twit.
I want to be King Biscuit. Or whatever the hell it was. I'm King Biscuit. From now on, it's going to be a King Biscuit.
I am
I
gonna
work for the
also
CIA.
make one that says I love puzzles. So, as clearly stated, Chelsie is just like, can we just get rid of both of them, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, can we find a way to do that?
Oh, come on, Ainsley, hit us with a 1-2 double elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. It's too early for the double elimination. So,
hey, it's Big Brother. Anything can happen.
That's true.
Expect the unexpected.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, they're doing things different this season.
Well, so their game is Security Race, and their images showed up on the board. They have to rotate the gears on the floor to match up, and then they've got all those pieces behind them that they've got to make up, basically the shield and the fingerprint thing in the middle. So they've just got to rotate the gears on the floor and put the right pieces in order
into the holes when they line them up.
Yeah.
Correct.
And when they
that was the part I didn't get.
When they hit the button, when they're done, it'll light up red if anything of it is wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was the part I didn't understand about having to align whatever the centerpiece is or whatever. But then I guess once they started putting in, I'll call them like little Lego pieces or whatever.
Kind of.
It had like studs or.
Well, and if you looked, the on the pieces that are behind them, the little studs on the bottom were colored, and the color had to match the color that went on the gear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw Angela fighting with one, and I'm like, no, that's not the right color. It says I got the right color on the bottom.
Wow. I say I didn't know. What if you're colorblind? But yeah, okay.
Well,
I'm actually
sure
colorblind. Yes.
I'm sure that's probably in if they're doing psych evals before they go in, I'm sure that's part of it.
I don't know. Angela Lisa through.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe not how many people applied. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they got Kenney too, and he's been ready to go home since.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Kenney. Oh, Kenney.
So I just Tucker is game on in it, gets it done super fast, and as he's finishing, he's got like the last two pieces in his hand, and he's just like, "Yeah, your guy loves puzzles. I love puzzles."
He was great on that. I mean, he did it so fast.
Yeah.
And we're down to Lisa and Annie Wilkes. So then Julie reveals to everybody that Tucker won. Angela thanks everybody and says she's not going to freak out again. And in case it wasn't made abundantly clear, she does want to stay.
She does. Bless her. Bless her for this. She's
And,
doing God's work with Big Brother.
I really appreciated Julie of just like, Angela, do you want to stay?
Yes. Yeah.
And I couldn't really tell you much of what Lisa's whole thing was, besides she thanked CBS and hoped that everybody stick to the plan.
Yes, stick to the plan. If we stick to the plan, we'll be okay. The plan is what it is. The plan.
It all just kind of blurred together for me. Like unfortunately, everything else from the beginning when she showed up, there was nothing notable you could to say about her opening interview. Really nothing there in the beginning. Whenever I was actively looking for anything that these people were saying that I could write down that were things about them. She's the vibe curator.
Yeah.
And if she's the vibe curator, I'm 100 blocks the other direction.
And she's got her glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her vibe.
So in this scenario of voting, Chelsie could potentially get to vote if there was a tie.
Correct.
Spoiler alert, there was not.
No, there was not.
So our first 4 votes were Tucker, Rubina, Quinn, and Kenney. Tucker obviously voted for Lisa. Rubina voted for Lisa. Quinn, for some reason, voted for Lisa. And Quinny and Quinny. God. I can't.
New nickname.
I can't do Quinn's name with anybody. Quinny.
Quinny.
Instead of what was it? Sweet Kenny K, I'm gonna call him Crybaby Kenny.
Oh my God. Sweet Kenny K. Yeah.
He is still like, screw you, Angela.
Yep.
Yep. And then it was a sweep across the board from there. Everybody else voted for Lisa, which
once you gone.
I was a little bit surprised by MJ and Leah voting for Lisa. I was a little bit surprised.
I was.
That makes me think there's more to the story than we know.
And it makes it, I think a lot of it too, I mean, I can only speak to like how I would probably vote, but I mean, you do get to see them on the live feed in their downtime, but how is she acting to them as just regular people, not even necessarily just players? Because like where we're still, this is the second elimination. We're still very early on. That would be more about where I am at voting of, okay, well, like, were you, that's
the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty darn accurate.
Angela had a much better speech than she did right there too.
Yes.
Yeah. They're at the beginning when they basically had their couple of minutes to say what they had to say. Lisa didn't really
but I think it could be because I think that was because Lisa was so convinced that they couldn't vote against her.
Right.
So Lisa was very stoic since it was an 11-1 vote for her. And Angela was obviously very excited, but
overjoyed. She was overjoyed.
She was crying.
But she was very surprised because she was full on prepared to go home. She said she had said her goodbyes to everyone. And that's kind of how her last little spiel there was. It was kind of like it was a goodbye.
Yeah.
So, and little blurb out there from Tucker's head, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, bitch.
I was kind of surprised he didn't open the door for her.
He was the first one up there. I was hoping he was going to be like, can I carry your bag for you?
Yeah.
Everybody was like trying to get in the door to see out. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, I noticed Brooke like poking her head up somebody's arm to get her head, get her way around there.
Under Mackenzie. Yeah.
Yeah. But so Lisa was a little salty.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge, because I guess she thought everybody played the game honestly, and she calls out Chelsie pretty much for not following the plan. Which, granted, I don't recall said plan. But
the plan was from Chelsie at the beginning of her HH. She was just a pawn. Pawns go home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, Lisa told Angela that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, yeah. Because Angela had told Lisa, well, like, it's not you that I want to go home, it's Kenney. And she's like, yeah, but pawns go home too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now Lisa says, I think this is just her making what I like to say an ass out of you and me, an assumption that the whole house was in agreement to get rid of Angela.
Correct.
And I'm sure at one point everybody in one of those days was like, just fucking get her, go.
Can she leave now?
I wonder if Kenney realizes now that he's not a part of an alliance, since he's the only one who voted for Angela to leave.
Well, and I half expected, because I don't know if you paid attention, but she hugs him twice before she leaves, before she walks out the door. She goes around and hugs Kenney twice. So I wonder if one of those go-arounds, he tells her that,
oh, yes, he did. Yeah, you could see him. He told her, he said, I didn't vote for you.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder
he
if it
totally
was the second
did.
time around, because I was looking the first time.
Uh-huh.
But granted, I could have been looking more at her than looking at him, but she didn't react in any way.
The couch, they were like, as the couch goes around, they were like right here by the couch.
It was probably the second time around.
Yeah, but, he told her.
And I mean, I don't blame her for her reaction, but everybody was hugging her and she's just like,
yeah.
Stiff as a board.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But Angela thanked everyone for keeping her, and we'll see what crazy shenanigans she gets up to next week.
Tune in.
I can't wait.
So, what are your thoughts on Kenney?
Kenney went and had him bring his book to him.
Wow.
And I want to copy this CBS. I now know it exists. So I want to copy this.
I want to know how many pages it is.
That's a big book.
That's double spiral bound.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty big book. So Kenney went and got the instruction manual after. This was last night. The have-nots at midnight had gotten off of slop. And so they were in the kitchen / day room
having a little snack,
living it up. And
don't blame them.
It was not shown on live feeds, but apparently Kenney came out and lost his ever-loving freaking mind because
it was on them.
Yeah,
that he lost
on
his
them.
head.
Yeah.
I would have been like, shut up, old man. I just got off slop, you piece of crap. And celebrate and eat my cake and shake my ass.
Yeah. I mean, for a week, you've been eating oatmeal and water.
Yeah.
So I want a cheeseburger pizza with fries. I mean, come on.
So I will shake my fanny right up in your face. Go shut up.
Exactly. So today he went and got the manual and rules. He wanted to clarify.
Oh, he decided to be a Chad.
Wow.
All right, Karen. Go home, Karen.
Yeah.
So I think I could be wrong. And I've said this before on one of the other shows.
I'd be like, you going to tell us to get off your lawn next, old man?
Yes.
What, I can't shake my ass on your door?
I think that I just had to Derek from, what was it, season, God, was it 13? I don't remember. He was the winner and he was the undercover cop. The whole season went through and never told him he was a cop. Never sat on the block one time. I think Kenney is trying to sit on the block every time and still win. Because
he's playing a reverse Derek.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
Well, if he was playing a reverse Derek, then he should have initially told everybody he was a cop and
That's
been on the
true.
block every time.
It's true. But think of it this way. This season is new that they have to name 3 people. So they already have their target. They don't want to get any more blood on them than possible to reveal alliances or whatever. He's an automatic. He's an automatic. They're going to carry him till the end of the season. I just guarantee it. He's going to the whole season. I hate all you people. I want to go. Don't get it. And he's going to get down like to the final 3 with this plan.
He'll
and then
live,
win everything.
I was gonna say he'll live on the block and then fucking win.
Right.
From bitching all the way up until October about wanting to go home.
Which is crazy, but I don't know. I don't get it.
He looks pretty comfortable right now on the couch. Like,
it's like, is it crazy?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Or is it kind of genius?
Right.
It would make Big Brother history, I guess. You know, being on the block every time, except for if you were HOH.
Well,
So,
and then I'd love to see him up there win and just be like, and I'm a cop, bitches.
Well, if he really wanted to go home, wouldn't he just tell everybody he's a cop?
If he felt that strongly that everybody was going to dislike him as a cop, then if you really wanted to go home, just be like, hey, group meeting.
Yeah, I lied to everybody. I'm a cop.
Hello, how are you? Welcome to the show. Yeah,
I'm not sweet Kenny K. I don't run a food truck or concessions.
Yeah, I lied to everybody. Send me home.
He's got a great plan. I think maybe I don't know.
But then I almost wonder if, with him complaining so much about wanting to go home and him being up on the block, if it would then turn into one of those spiteful situations from a couple seasons back of them just keep putting him up there, but keeping him just to piss him off. Yep.
I can't. The season with Derek, the female, I can't think of her name. She was on the block every time, and never. You knew if you went on the block against her, you were going home. It was like automatic. Her name, but if she was on the block, I'm going home.
Well, and I know you had said there was one guy not too long ago, like his name was like Isaac or Ian or something, and he just kept pleading with everybody to send him home, and they just wouldn't.
Yeah. So,
oh gosh.
I'm enjoying it, but I just don't understand if that's Kenny's real logic. Now Tucker, let's talk about Tucker for a minute. Holy cow, he's a handful.
Yeah. I want to know what other professions he's a part of.
He's got to have some acting skills. He has to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe he's the CBS plant.
Oh, maybe don't be careful. They may censor us. I don't know.
Hey, there's
what
no
does they
nudity.
do to his hair? Holy cow!
Like I said, he's like Kaneki from Grease. If someone doesn't do a version of Grease and put him in as Kaneki, they're missing their opportunity. He's perfect.
Yeah, I see that. I don't
and
know
with that accent too, and just the way he moves, he could do good as one of the Jets in West Side Story too.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got that vibe. He would be great.
Hey.
Yes, the new Fonzie.
Yeah, you can do that too.
What about Cedric? What do you think about Cedric? Besides for him being in shock this week.
He's so sweet, but he's so young. I don't know.
I kind of appreciate the kind of like the boyish
But he was a Marine. Was he Marine or Army? He was military.
Marine.
He was a Marine.
Yeah.
should have a little toughness. He should have been like, Angela, get it together.
I
Hold
think
on.
if a game comes down to knowledge, I think he's out.
This should have been him.
You just made a fatal mistake, Mr. Candy Ass. I hope you know about hand-to-hand combat.
That should have been him.
He's such a sweetheart, but he has a lot to learn. He's so young. He has a lot to learn.
Just blame it on his boyish innocence.
Yes.
Mr.
Exactly.
Boy.
He just hasn't lived and had enough life experience, I think, to make it through this
But
game.
you've got to appreciate though his kindness though.
Yes.
He does have a good heart, I believe.
He didn't immediately jump out to judge what was going on with Angela. He was just like, no, just come here. It's all right. Calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So Chelsie, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, I feel like, depending on the type of person you are, like if I were in that situation, I probably would have done the same thing too. Of just come on, calm down. It's all right. Just breathe. Chill the fuck out.
As a paramedic, I definitely probably would have, but I mean, because I've done it a million times. But
come on, let me pour you a drink. Come on, come sit down.
Yeah.
Do you need a shot of kombucha?
Yeah.
That's a good time for me to start drinking, Angela.
Where's Lisa? We need some chakras aligned.
That's right. And then, so what do we think about Chelsea's HOH? She got her target out.
She did great at HOH. Yeah.
She's very smart.
Yeah.
She, so far, I mean, obviously, all we have to go up against is Angela, but I feel like she handled it very level-headedly. She played smart. She played to all of the advantages she had. I mean, in an 11-1 vote to get her target out.
The one vote was the guy that wants out.
Yeah. I feel like she played a good game.
Agreed.
A very smart game.
It makes you wonder though if they had this meeting and just left Kenney out. Like, is he just not a part of anything?
Like, does he not just wander in on like?
See, well, friggin' Angela does. If you notice, if there's a group of people, Angela's behind them,
and she's got that.
Hey, Brenda, welcome to the show. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe over on YouTube. Paranormal Guys, or just search Sport Cat shows because we're such a great thing. Yeah,
We allow nudity too.
That's
just so
it.
you know.
Yeah. Sorry, Facebook.
Come show off that gam you got.
We've talked about Angela to death, but it's going to be another great week. It really is.
T-Core really's got my respect after this week.
Yeah.
It's I agree. All right, I got a male sexist question about Brooke.
Okay.
Does she wear padded bras?
Maybe because I don't think she has much up there. So if they look bigger, she may have.
Because I noticed that they did the pool shots and so they were all in the pool, and then when they went to the bathroom, but then she was in a dress and they appeared to be much bigger. So I'm like, is it a pageant thing? I don't know.
Well, it might not even necessarily be padded. It could just be.
It might be. But yeah, they're up there and you're full attention when she's all dressed up, but when she's in a bikini,
Amanda's researching.
I am. Yeah. I'm like, I gotta look at this.
I mean, there's a distinct difference from her shot when she came into the house than the shots they were having on.
I believe she does.
I will say, since you mentioned that, I did notice in the dress that she was wearing this evening, I was kind of like,
yeah, they were way out.
Look pretty good.
Yeah, they were way out. But then in bikini during the show, because I even asked that. What are our thoughts on the Amityville
Like,
house?
They were up there, you know.
And maybe she does like the sticky tape thing ones because you don't see
Maybe.
a line.
Right.
It
So
could be.
sometimes, yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
But
Nicole, to answer your question, the Amityville house, I believe that it was a horrible place. It was based on a real live place, and yeah, I think it was pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know. So, all right, how about Cam? He's staying under the radar.
he is.
He's been pretty
Big
quiet.
time.
Now, they haven't
Yeah.
had a physical competition yet, so he'll shine at that. I'm pretty sure.
I would have
Yeah.
liked to have seen him done last week's
Puzzle.
veto competition
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
in
Yeah.
in the goop.
Well,
Yeah.
Brooke's hands were shaking. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So I would have liked to see that.
You just want to see his muscles covered in the goop. Like,
Yeah.
Well, no, that wasn't what I was talking about.
In the little bumblebee costume too.
yeah.
I was still back on Brooklyn's boobs. Sorry. Okay.
Well, I was thinking about that too, but you can have the best of both worlds.
Leave it to me. I'm one of the guys that brings it out. So, thank you, Nicole. Please come over to YouTube and find us under the Sport Cat shows. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. And remember, any of my live viewers, you can call us thanks to yergsradio.com at 1-888-88-YERGZ. Yeah, so I think once I get a physical comp out there, I think Cam will be on
unstoppable.
I
really want to see him come out and do more. I want to see Brooke come out and do more. And I really want to see Rubina come out and do more. I want to see her feisty little tiny legs kick somebody's ass.
Yes.
Nicole, I don't know. For some reason, I thought they burned it down or something. I have to research that. I don't know, to be honest with you.
I think they did at one point, but I feel like you're right.
For some reason, I want to say there was something with fire. It burned down, or they burned it down. I don't know. So, our boy Hosea, he's going to the end. I'm telling you, he's going to the end.
I swear tonight he looked like he was ready to put the moves on Julie.
He was high. I'm pretty convinced he was high. So.
He was just like, "Hey, Julie."
I'm trying to find it. I think somewhere. No, that ain't it. Hold on a second. I've got him.
I love you.
I love you too, Angel. Yeah. No. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. All right. I don't know what he's saying here, so y'all have to work with me. So, well, how do I share this? Oh, I know how to share this. Ha! I think. Share. Screen. I have no idea what he's saying here, so we'll just roll with it. He's probably cussing. There's no nudity involved, Facebook, just in case you're curious.
Dang it.
Why the fuck are you going to sign up for the show if all you're going to do is complain about how you want to quit the whole time? Then you complain about people not working out in the kitchen because you're trying to sleep because you picked the worst bed. It's like, bro, this is a reality show. There's going to be people at play talking. Like, come on, dude. Annoying.
That's about Kenney.
Yes,
Yeah,
apparently that was his Cam talk to Kenney. I did not see that.
He said, like, why the hell did you sign up for a show when all you're gonna do is complain about going home and then bitch about the girls dancing in the kitchen because you chose the worst bed.
Yeah.
I agree with. I don't remember if it was one of the posts or the chats that I shared with you guys, but I believe I saw somebody talking about it in the group chat of Brooklyn flat out telling Kenney that it was disrespectful to all the people that had worked so hard to try to be a part of it for him to just give up.
Right.
And she should. She should. Everybody should. Yeah. Because I mean, even down to the last minute, there's alternates that they have in hotels beforehand. So he physically took somebody else's spot.
Right.
So yeah, I agree.
Crazy.
Well, and imagine if they knew he was a cop.
Yeah.
And the way he's acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's some speculation on some other shows that maybe he's not really a cop. Maybe he's like a reserve cop and he does something else in real life. There's some speculation about that. I don't know. I've heard that, but
Well, I mean,
either
shoot,
way,
look
you
at all
can
the speculation on
Lisa.
Angela and the stuff that was on her being on all the other shows and
Yes.
Brooklyn also. So
True. Well, Chemo, he's in a good spot, I think, this week. He was under the radar pretty well. We didn't really see much or hear about him, not even on the live feeds.
I think
in the
he's
background.
and it's funny because he had said too that he was ready to amp up the game now that he
wasn't on the block.
That he won.
I want to tune it down a little bit. Now, Leah, she's kind of creating a little bit of a wave because of her relationship with Cam. Some people are thinking it's a potential showmance, and some people have already said they might just nip it in the bud and get rid of one of the two.
Really?
So, yeah. I've heard them talking about it on the feeds, so it's annoying them. So, specifically Mackenzie and Chelsie. I don't know why those two in particular, but it is.
You'd think MJ would have the decency to go up to her friend and be like, "Hey, can you not be hopping on that guy's junk?"
We should be like, "Look what happened to me," and he's gone. So,
do you want your boo thing to go home next, or worse, you?
Mackenzie had a pretty dizzy week. I would rate her week pretty fair. I mean, her power was exposed because she told so many damn people, which I think is stupid. So, but I think she still, in the long run, did well.
In Kenney's words, deny, deny, deny.
Exactly. And Quinn, God love him.
Nope.
Now, see, this is the way we need to go back and watch our first show and see what we were thinking about the people, because it just flips.
Sneaky little bastard.
Right. Yeah. Sure, we liked Quinn in the beginning.
Yeah, I
really liked him.
Yeah.
But you got to realize they're in there to win $100,000 or $750,000. So come on.
But hey, if he can keep all of his shit straight in his own head, then that's all for him.
Yeah, and he's got a solid 3 alliance. I don't remember what they're called, neither does he, but he's got
the next picture. The next picture we need to make is like Quinn in the center, and it just spirals off to all the different alliances.
No, just take that picture of the one of all the alliances and just chuck Quinn's face in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
His group of him, Chemo, and T-Core was the.
That's a solid 3.
I wrote it down.
He hasn't said which one is his final 2, has he?
No,
I don't think so. I think he just said that's the ones he's solid with. But his final 2,
they are the visionaries.
Okay, the final 2 originally was with Angela. So I just
but she was Godzilla to his Tokyo, so she's
she effed that up.
And he's dead to her now, so
yeah, but she's gonna have to. I think as she says now, she's gonna have to wait for at least 2 more weeks because they got to get Quinn's power out. So if Tucker wins, he's probably gonna put Quinn and Mackenzie and Kenney up.
Yeah.
If Tucker wins, because he wants those powers flushed. Rabina, she's had a great week, under the radar, totally just under the radar.
Yeah,
she was not in any major conversations. She was in none of the major controversies.
Well, to back up a minute to what you were saying about Tucker, but he didn't believe Angela.
No, he didn't believe Angela, but you think Lisa went home and took her power with her? Or is he going to go on another conspiracy theory
Well-
that she's in the hallway watching or something? You know?
Well, it's possible.
Right.
No, but he could just be like, well, that's what Angela thinks, because that's what Angela thinks. Just because he doesn't know that she knows.
Agreed.
So,
It could be.
because she didn't say Quinn told me he has a power. She
Yeah.
just said, I think it's Quinn.
Yeah. I don't know. If he wins, I look for MJ to go up, and then whoever he thinks at that time, if he goes back to Quinn, because can he put Lisa up again? He would love that.
He would be the one to be like, can I use the third spot for Lisa again?
Can we bring her back and
She's
vote her
not
back
here,
up?
but can.
Yeah. T-Core had a great week. She proved a lot to people this week. So she's a kind human being.
Or again, sorry to go back to Tucker again.
No, go ahead.
But or he'll be HOH, but put himself up to play just to show he can win.
I'm gonna flush these powers out one way or another.
Maybe it's me, and I don't know it's me.
Yeah,
His
Tucker.
CIA senses can kick in, and he'll be like, "It's me. It is me, isn't it?"
And they just didn't tell me.
He's MK Ultra. That's what it is. He's MK Ultra,
Yeah,
and they're gonna flip that switch. And
he's gonna start seeing subliminal messages around the house.
Oh my gosh, it would be really funny if he was standing like at one of the windows and be like, "I know you're there, Lisa."
And he just, she's in the pool. Lisa's in the pool.
I see her.
He's out there building the next competition to come back.
I can see her out there talking to Ainsley. They're conspiring.
I love it. I love him. And I didn't think I was going to like him at first because of the accent and kind of the attitude.
Oh, see, I liked the accent, but I like a good accent.
It's kind of grown on me.
Just as long as he doesn't have 5 kids.
I noticed the chat just went silent after that. There was no comments.
I was kind of expecting that.
For the record, everything did freeze, so I didn't have a choice. But I was just like, oh, I don't even care anymore.
Right? Yeah. Like, wow.
So
yeah, I can really hear that baby cooing in the background. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was definitely a block.
Yeah. What's the female version of a cock block? Can a guy cock block himself?
Well, yeah, you can.
What would be the way of a man cock blocking himself from a woman? Would that still be a cock block?
Yeah, definitely.
I'd have to think about it, but I'm sure. I'm absolutely positive. In my life, I've done plenty of stupid things I did. So, but probably didn't know them. It's like somebody told me, I've been married for like 800 years, and somebody said to me, you can't even tell when they're flirting with you. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So, yeah. But
yeah, we had an instance at a Dollar Tree. There was the cashier that was flirting with Travis, and he's just none the wiser, and I'm just standing there kind of like, I see you. You think it's gonna work, but the debit card isn't in your pocket, honey. You keep going. I'm sure your job at Dollar Tree pays real well.
I've been there. So and I didn't know, but
but it's funny.
That's apparently a whole other episode. So.
Yeah.
I could probably tell stories on that forever. So I get yelled at. I didn't even do anything.
You didn't know.
Exactly.
Well, and some guys have such a weird way of flirting too. Like there was a guy at the grocery store once that Travis was like, yeah, he was totally flirting with you. And I was like, he never talked to me.
Well, you know, this is going to be a
Cash
funny
or credit?
story.
That's flirting?
I was a bag boy at Safeway in high school. And I don't know if you all have had Safeways, but they're like Kroger's or Publix or Winn-Dixie's, or it's a big grocery store.
We haven't had them, but I know what they are.
So yeah, so I was a bag boy in high school there, and I mean, shit, I was a freshman, so what was I, 15 or something like that? I don't know. So you know, at that point in time, we actually bagged our groceries and took them out to the car, and so I'm going out and I'm taking this. She's an older lady. I don't remember right now if she was attractive or not. But I said, well, you know, ma'am, do you want to pull your car up here? Or do you want to take it out to your car? Because we'll drive through where they can pull up and I'd load it in. And she said, no, we'll go to my car. I'm like, okay. And I said, which car is yours? And she says, I've got the itchy cooter. And I'm like, what? Is that a Mazda? And so I went back in and just told my coworkers, they're like, how did you miss that one? She was all over you wanting you. It's like, and that's
my God.
That's supposed to be appealing.
That's not the way to get somebody.
I'm not sure, especially a kid. So, oh yeah, I had no idea. So I was like, oh well, yeah, I've been married for so long, I don't even know what it looks like anymore. So, but. Yeah, it was great how we got on this subject. But,
I like to make love,
but we do. So.
Not with itchy cooters.
That was spot on. That was great. That was great. Perfectly timed.
Yes.
Sometimes I can't do good things on my own show. So yeah, I was young. I didn't know, and that. But yeah, that stuck with me after that. I was like,
that's just gonna be replaying in my head.
Yes.
Hit that one more time.
I can send you the sound effect. I got it right here. It's supposedly,
I like to make love.
That's Chris Hansen.
I'm gonna have to call into work tomorrow. What's wrong? I couldn't sleep last night. All that I could hear was, I like to make love.
I was a little paralyzed. I'm sorry. It was either that or itchy cooter. I don't know which one.
I don't know. I thought it was a Mazda or some Korean. Hell, I didn't know. I said I was at 9th grade. What are you, like 15? Something like that? You know, I was just old enough to work. So I had to have been at least 16, I guess,
or 14 or 15.
Work. Yeah. So yeah, it was like my first job. I was bagging groceries. It was a great job. But yeah, they told us not to take tips or itchy cooters. So
pull out your wallet and add that to the list of things not to take from strangers.
The manager came and asked me if I was okay afterwards. I'm like, what are you all talking about?
Just tell me your car was an itchy cooter. I mean, it was weird, but I'm fine.
It was a Korean or a Datsun or something. What the hell do I know?
It's one of those foreign cars. I don't know.
Oh,
it's just a weird translation.
She didn't stuff me in the back of her car and drive off or anything, but
thank goodness.
I've got a great story for one Saturday for you guys about that.
Oh well, yeah, I have a story about a 7-Eleven manager and me, so yeah, I got plenty of stories.
Oh well, it wasn't with me, but it was about how a high school teacher got fired.
Oh gosh.
Well, I also worked at 7-Eleven. I had many jobs in high school, and some kids come in thinking they could buy beer when I was on duty, you know, but I couldn't ring them up because I'm under 21, so you're not allowed to. So this girl that knew that I was attracted to her come up and put like a 12-pack down on the counter, and I was like, I know better. And she pulled her top up and laid her breasticles on the counter, and she goes, do these look 21? And I'm like, it's $4.99.
You wanted 6 bags of chips, ma'am?
I was like, it's $4.99. Take it. Leave.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Those are the good days. You can't do that anymore.
I'm blind.
Those are the good days. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Was that like one of you guys, like, did you guys have like a like in your town, like it was the everybody's first job place?
Well, it was you either worked at Heckinger's, which was a real early Home Depot, or bagged groceries, or worked like
But
at
like, did you have
7-Eleven.
like for our town, like in the town where I went to high school, everybody had, it was one specific place that was your first job, and then like my first job in that particular town was like everybody's first job.
Gotcha. No,
we had
we had plenty of businesses there. Yeah,
we had like a little supermarket, and it was Polka Food Fair, and that was everybody's in Polka's first job.
Oh my gosh.
And then over in Winfield was where I ended up working, and I was at it was like a little diner. Like,
yeah. No, I've never
diner, half
well, that's not
ice
true. I
cream
was a
shop.
bartender for a while, but yeah. So Nicole says she is a retired grocery clerk. Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
If you worked for a union company, you did well. So I should have stayed. I should have stayed. So we ventured on. Go ahead.
And it's a shame anymore. You can't, like, when you retire and you want to go back to work, you can't go be a Walmart greeter anymore.
At my age, you can. But Nicole,
yeah, but they don't have Walmart greeters anymore. You have to scan receipts as they go out.
That's true. Nicole, I highly encourage you, if you have a great story, come on the show. I'd love it. Email me at the show email address. So we'd love to have you on the show. And I got the show email address up here somewhere. Push a button and make it happen. There you go. That's our show email address. So you can email us. But if you want to come on the show, Nicole. Yeah, so I think we covered it. We talked about Rubina. We talked about T-Core. We got Leah. Did we miss anybody this week? I think we got everybody. But Angela and Lisa were so overbearing, I guess is the right. They kind of email me. I'll send you the calendar. We'll get you on. Those two kind of really took over the whole show for this week and the live feeds, because like I said, if it went to Angela, cut. So,
and we find Angela's nonsense entertaining, but there are so many fans out there that just want her gone. They can't stand her.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome! I love to exchange guests and co-hosts. So yeah, I pimp Shay out all the time. So yeah, great. Come on over. Freddie loves you.
I will start working for money though.
You're probably going to beat me to it. So, well, we've covered everybody. We've covered the show. This to me was CBS really screwed us, but at the same time, they gave us a great show. So
yeah,
I guess
they know what they were doing.
Yeah. We should. I don't really know how to review them, but we should pull the ratings up and see what the ratings were on this show, because I imagine they were quite high. Because Angela's made TMZ, she's made People Magazine.
We might not. I don't know if this works any similar to how like the sports ratings go, but then we might not know till next week.
We might not, but yeah, we should look into that, because I'm imagining their show. Thank you, Nicole. I imagine, please, Nicole, I see you're on Facebook. Please come over and find us at the Sport Cat shows, the Paranormal guys, and like, follow, share, and subscribe. Everybody, please come over to the Sport Cat shows, like, follow, share, and subscribe. I got a button here for that somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
To make love.
So when I got that button over there. It was good timing, wasn't it?
It really was.
Sometimes, like I said, I'd hit a winner. So, yeah, thank you. Will do. Thanks. Yeah, I think that they gave us a great show despite, and I'd like to see the ratings. So let's try and figure that out, because I'm sure it's not hard to find. So
shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know where, but yeah, with Angela making all the, like I said, she made TMZ. So CBS is getting what they wanted with her, I guess.
People tune in to see the crazy.
She still got her job. So
her boss was very supportive, and he pulled all of that down. So that's good. That's good. I really don't think, but see, that's the thing with Big Brother. Some people take this way too far, and you shouldn't. So,
well, it's like that, I think, with all reality TV. There are just those people that, kind of like other people that just feel the need to ruin people's good time.
Yeah. I'm going to go scratch my back like a bear on a wall. So
I'm going to go find a bear with its tits out. So
I don't want to find a bear.
You live in the boonies. So
yeah.
All right, Cheyenne, who do we have on tomorrow night on the Grid and Guardian show, which starts at 9 p.m. Eastern? It's Mary, correct?
Yeah, I can't pronounce her name.
I think Baca, B-A-C-A.
Baca. I think that's what I was thinking.
She's a psychologist, so she'll just analyze me. So,
okay.
What could possibly go wrong with that? So,
right? Find out you're a little more crazy than we thought.
She'll psychoanalyze you and read your tarot cards.
That's right. And Saturday we have the Misfits. You have to come up with something.
Come join us for the nudity and the depravity and the topless bears and the boobs.
I just can't. No.
It's gonna be very depraved. Be there. Be square.
We're back to the Grid and Guardian gang. Wednesday, the Paranormal Guys, we've got a UFO show lined up, so it's going to be good times. Everybody that's not watching or listening, come over to YouTube and find us at the Sport Cat shows. And like, follow, share, and subscribe. Please, we love you. We need you. Everybody have a great night.
And if you need anywhere to send your topless pics, we can get you an email address.
I can put that up right now. So we'll get in the show, but now I got to put the email address up.
Not ours.
Paranormal Guys at gmail.com. Got a button for that somewhere. Okay, it'll take me 10 minutes to find it. So. Damn it! Now I got to find that. So, but yeah, we will be back Thursday night to talk about all of the show. Stop it, Cheyenne.
What?
I gotta push a button. So.
What?
Have a good night, everybody.
Good God.
You cannot take my
Oh, the show really went the wrong way.
Why does everybody want to see my show?
I'm out. Sport Cat loves you. Send the pics. Send the pics. The above address out on Facebook. Everybody have a wonderful night. I will see you soon. I will be on Flashback Fridays tomorrow on the Thin Line Rock Station. Make sure to go there and check it out. Great night, everybody.
Catch me out there on Monday.
That's right. Everybody have a great